Hi, my name is Tina Farm. I'm the CEO of an international consulting firm working in the UK and in Africa, and I'm delighted to be the new chair of Hub Cymru Africa. I was born in Nigeria and came to the UK in 1966. I'm the daughter of a barrister and a civil servant, and growing up, my parents instilled in us values around social justice and community service. So serving my local community is something that I've always done. In 1985, when I graduated, I remember at the time feeling very uneasy about education provision in the local authority area that I lived in London. So I wrote to the local council with my concerns. I didn't really expect any reply from them, and indeed I didn't get one, but someone in the local authority sent me a form to apply to become a school governor. I wasn't looking to become a school governor, but it occurred to me that in situations like this, one either steps up or shuts up. And I thought that I would step up to do what I could to serve my local community. So I suppose that's where my journey in public service started, and indeed my journey to becoming independent chair of Hub Cymru Africa started. My father came to Wales from Nigeria initially in 1954. He studied in Cardiff. He then, on qualification, went back to Africa and returned in 1974 when he became Chief Legal Officer at Islwyn Borough Council and was provided with accommodation in the Valleys in Blackwood, where he remained for over 40 years. So I can remember growing up in my early teens in Blackwood, very much part of the local community. Unfortunately, my father died last year, so I've been living in his house in Blackwood since then. So it's been a very long link. We didn't know at the time, but my father was the first black man in the United Kingdom to head up the local authority legal department, so he made legal history. And he was later awarded an MBE for services to the community in Wales. On a personal front, I delivered a significant training programme for Gwent Police in the early 2000s on policing diverse communities. I got to know a lot more about diaspora communities in Wales. And lastly, my daughter studied in Wales. She went to school in Wales from the age of 8 to 18, and I'm happy to say that she's a much better Welsh speaker than I am as a result of it. It means a lot to me, the opportunity to give back to a country that has been very kind to my family over many years is important. I'm hugely impressed that that there is a Hub Cymru Africa for the African diaspora that seeks to serve the African diaspora. Because living in England, I'm not really associated with a nationwide initiative of the same standing. So I'm very excited by it. I'm very excited that I have this opportunity to use my knowledge, skills and expertise to serve in this way. And I think it's coming at a time that is really important for Africa as well as international development. And I hope that I can help, push that agenda forward. We're very much aware that overseas development assistance, ODA, is under great strain at the moment. And my involvement in international development has always sought to ensure value for money for the taxpayer. I think governments are seeking this now. So my background in audit and monitoring and oversight, I hope will help to give that assurance, as well as ensuring the future of Hub Cymru Africa and its service for the African diaspora in Wales. But I think if we start by looking globally, the global solidarity sector, I think, is under threat. If we think that democracy at this moment in time is under threat, a lot of the values and hard-won rights are under increasing threats, and I don't think that we could take those for granted. And I think there needs to be this vigilance, this greater commitment to partnership. Ultimately, it's about understanding and working to embrace others and deepen that understanding. And I hope that Hub Cymru Africa will further develop its understanding and its strength in facilitating and driving the Global Solidarity Partnership. I think that the number one priority as incoming independent chair is to serve the partners. It is a partnership board, so it is to understand the partners in terms of their strategic aims. And my ambition as independent chair is that the partnership board operates efficiently to the very best of its ability. And I'm going to ensure that we deliver as a partnership board. Together we deliver much more than each individual organisation. So the totality is greater than the sum of the parts. I think that is about listening. It's about earning the trust of the partners. It's also about working with stakeholders and working with the FCDO and wider partners throughout the UK and beyond, but ensuring that Hub Cymru Africa's strategic aims, its mission and its vision are achieved, and that we deliver excellence as an organisation. I do, and it's one that's going to guide me as independent chair, and that is really to do your best in every circumstance and aim to leave things better than you find them. Quite a few people inspire me. One is Professor Wangari Maathai. She was a Kenyan professor and founder of the Green Belt movement, which she founded in 1977, long before environmental issues became fashionable in the way that they are now. She was also a Nobel Prize winner. She inspires me as an African woman and reminds me daily that the solutions to Africa's problem can be solved by Africans themselves. I'm also inspired by Africans in the diaspora. The African diaspora worldwide is about 1.4 billion. People like Barack Obama, I think, is truly inspirational as a public servant and statesman. But I also believe that Muhammad Ali, for me, was the greatest sportsman that ever lived. And lastly, my father continues to inspire me. Diolch yn fawr.